So you say 150, and you most probably gonna end up with 89. Yeah, well, just do your thing. Go ahead. Go, invite the president, invite the minister of electricity. What is happening, ElenemFam?
Hey ElenemFam, welcome back to another video. My name is Akuma, also known as Letho. So in today's video, we are just sharing the lessons that we learned from planning a wedding. Thank you so much to our returning subscribers. And if you are a returning, I've already said that, but if you are joining us for the first time, thank you. Please also do click on the subscribe button and join the ElenemFam. Also do check us out on our social media pages. We have left the links on the description box. And this right here is my husband, who is going to introduce himself.
Thank you so much, ElenemFam, for joining us. So as my wife has said, we are doing this video and we are hoping that someone out there will learn a thing or two from the lessons that we actually learned from our wedding video.
Yeah.
And she almost said our social media babies.
Let me tell you guys, this is actually the third video that we're posting today. So I'm just like, actually it's not the third, it's the fourth video.
That we're shooting?
Yes.
Is it? Okay, let me just quickly introduce myself. Mr. Champ Till I Die is the name. Also known as Mr. Champ, Child of God. I've just been doing it differently. Yeah, that's what you get for wanting to do things. Mr. Champ Till I Die, also known as Mr. Champ, Child of God. People change but not God. Is it 2 Chainz or not God? We are never sure, man. And welcome back, ElenemFam. So we're just gonna quickly share these lessons and we are out, you know, so that you go and enjoy your Friday.
Yes. Yeah. All right, cool. So the first lesson, guest list. Yeah. Normally with these venues, unless you're having your wedding in a flexible like at home, but with these venues now, they give you you pay per head. So now you tell them that you want 70 people, 80 people, 100 people, and so on. So with the guest list, go wild. Don't invite 70 people just because you told the venue that you are bringing 70 people, because people are going to surprise you. Yeah,
you end up with 25 people. And I'm not even joking.
You will end up with 25 people. Like, you see that brother of yours,
the one that you love so much, and
the one who took you to varsity, will call you the day before Ati, he's not coming.
Yes, that's right. Or umtu angafoni angenzi next.
You just see them not rocking up.
Yeah, they just ghost you on your wedding day. So
but we joke guys, but anyway, like that.
That's the point.
But then what happened?
It happens. Like, don't look at someone and. Some people, it would really be just an emergency, or something better or more important would have come. But just go wild. As much as they say a guest list is not a guilt list or something like that. Obviously, it should be people that you would still, if they do come, if it happens that they come, you'd still be fine. Don't now go wild and invite your ex that will come and mess up your wedding. So if, let's say, you are maybe 50 people or 100 people, how many would you invite, babe?
200.
200? That's a bit too much, baby. That's a bit
okay,
too
maybe
much.
add 50%.
Yeah, maybe add another 50%. So you say 150. And you most probably gonna end up with 89. Yeah, well, just do your thing. Go ahead. Go, invite the president, invite the minister of electricity. So that's really about it. That's what we learned. But we are not trying to confront anyone. So, but if you are feeling confronted, maybe there is something that you need to come clean about. But
And also, like, with regard to support, you really need to have someone who's going to support you on the day. Like someone like a runner.
I think a few days before, because let's say maybe your guests, some guests, Babuya Makaya, they want to be picked up from
Abanye, they are driving their own cars, but they want to be fetched.
You know, that kind of, these are scenarios, guys. These are not real things that have happened.
Yeah, it's not real, but if you feel touched,
maybe you have something to be clean about. While you're still watching ElenemFam, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. So, but yeah, it's very important that you have someone that is committed, so that you are not just there by yourself, because you and your partner, especially the week or the few days leading up to the actual wedding. So it's very, it would be nice to have someone that's in the know of what's happening and what's needed, so that they can, you know. So
you don't want to be the one who's fetching the bridesmaids' dresses, you're fetching the cake, you're fetching this, you're
taking phone calls.
Yeah, you're fetching who and who from Park Station, you're doing 1, 2, and 3. So you do really need someone who's going to support you the day before the wedding and the day of the wedding, because there's also some running around also that needs to be done on the wedding day. So you definitely do need someone who also won't complain about running
and they are reliable.
And
they have to be reliable, and they do not mind. So don't now big brother uzo tata, let's say you take a little brother and say you are going to be doing the runs. What if he's not really interested in that? So get someone that's really in it, and brief them as much as you can, you know, give them all the information by in the and street match as well, because now next thing you know, you don't want those things. So
and also with choosing the bridesmaids, not the bridesmaids, the bridal party.
Almost said the bridal shower.
The groomsmen and the bridesmaids, you really need to consider their financial capabilities.
And wait, that now might sound like you are being a classist or whatever, but it's the reality.
You just have to be fair on them as well.
Oh yeah, because
and on yourself.
On yourself as well, because now here's someone they can't. And maybe explain why you're saying that.
Okay, personally, with my bridesmaids, we sort of. Okay, there's makeup that needs to be done on the wedding day, and makeup is costly. So it would be easier if maybe they cover their own cost when it comes to makeup, and their own shoes, because they're going to be keeping those shoes as well.
And they're the ones that are going to be looking good on them.
And they're the ones that are going to be looking good. So you don't want to be the one who's covering all the costs from doing their hair, doing their nails, doing their makeup, and buying them clothes. You can meet each other halfway. You can say, okay, I'll sort out this part, I'll buy the dresses, the accessories and so on, but can you please just cover your makeup and your hair and the shoes that you're gonna keep anyway, and you're gonna be wearing those shoes at someone else's wedding. You see now, so now you can't be expecting me to buy 5 pairs of shoes for the bridesmaid. So you have to consider that, because now if you're gonna get someone who maybe is currently not working and they're struggling financially, and you're asking them to be paying for makeup which will cost them 450 rand, and they have to buy black shoes because you want everyone to match. So that's going to be unfair on that person. So you do have to consider your bridesmaids' capabilities, and I think this also avoids a lot of drama, because I have found that sometimes the drama around the bridesmaids and so on is around what you are asking for as the bride. I was fortunate enough that my bridesmaids were okay, but we did meet each other halfway, I believe.
Someone might be saying, but it's your wedding, so why should I even? And there are people have different opinions. We really would love to know what's your opinion on this one. When ElenemFam,
should the bride be paying?
Should the bride be paying for everything, like your shoes?
You asked me, it's your wedding.
Exactly. So hey, pay me. If you're saying that, comment on the comment section. In terms of what you believe is fair. You know? Now we are talking about runners and how busy it gets and all these things. We mentioned that. But then another thing, also try and avoid doing things last minute. Trust me, you will have enough to do on the last minute that will just come up. Don't
leave anything for last minute.
Don't leave anything for last minute, because I promise you it will put you under so immense pressure, and you do not want that.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, like with my hair, guys, like I didn't have a plan. I don't know like what kind of bride I was. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a plan, hey? I didn't know what I wanted to do with my hair until the day of the wedding. And then I was like, maybe I should have...
So you did have a hairstyle, it's just that you didn't know how you were going to style it.
Even with that hairstyle, it was sort of like a last minute thing, because I was like, okay, the wedding is almost here. I still don't know if I want to do like I didn't know if I wanna go natural, do I wanna get an install or whatever. Like I didn't have a plan, and I feel like I was gonna look much better if I had a plan. So I left that one for last minute.
So do not leave things for last minute.
And another thing I think that also helps is having more than one makeup artist, because makeup artists, they take time.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, they take time. So you must make sure that you have more than one makeup artist, because imagine if you have a makeup artist that's gonna take 1.5 hours per face.
And
you're gonna end up being very late.
Yeah.
So it's always best to have more than one. We had more than one makeup artist, and I think that helped a lot.
Yeah. And now you must have more than one. one barber. But yeah, even talking about service providers, I think with your videographer, photographers, and all those people, you must actually have a very detailed plan.
Yeah.
Tell them what you are expecting.
Yeah.
Tell them, like, obviously they are the professional, but you also need to have an input in terms of, because with us, let's make an example. We didn't get as much footage of the what do you call them? The traditional dancers, and it was purely maybe because we were not clear enough to say, okay,
brief them properly.
Properly to say that after this is what's going to happen. There's going to be abo sbanbani while we're taking. So they literally moved to us to take pictures and stuff, while now the dancers are there entertaining people, and we wanted that to be captured as well. And there was more than one camera. So had we been specific enough to say, while someone else is taking pictures of us, there's some other things that are happening, like the food. People were having like finger food, and then that whole shebang.
Yeah, so besides the photographer, also like that what you are talking about right now, have entertainment in between. You know, like after the matrimonial, yes, you have to have some way of entertaining your guest while you go and change and take pictures and so on.
Because that takes a bit of time.
It does take time. So we had the traditional dancers in between, and we also had finger food, because now if your guests are gonna wait until the reception, by the time you guys walk in, they are just like, they're over the wedding. Some of them have left.
They're like, I know, peace niggas, speeches. Yeah, it's funny that I'm talking about speeches, because people like myself, they can have a 2-hour speech in your wedding. So keep the speeches to the minimum. You know,
I think you know what helps though. Yeah. Like besides Gucci, like people must be 5 minutes. It's not adding a lot of people.
Yes. Your teacher. We know that you love your teacher. That whole thing. Please keep it to the minimum. We know that we love hearing good things, and you are also trying to involve people in your program so that they don't feel like they are left out. At the end of the day, it's your wedding. And now, remember, let's say you have 10 speakers, and then your wedding has 100 people. You have 10 people that will go and talk, and then to the other 90 people that are just sitting down, it's really, at some point, it's like, yeah, we get it. Just get over it. And maybe try and guide as well. Maybe in the program, try and guide, even though people normally go over. But be specific, Uguti, you have, the person, the MC or whoever, must literally say, you have 2 minutes. We know that Abanye will run over, but if you keep the numbers low, and then try and get introverts to speak at you. You know, so it helps so that you don't get people bored, man.
Yeah, true. And also finances. Before you think about the finances, we personally believe that you should think about what exactly you want to see at your wedding, and then you look at the finances. Because if you think about the finances first, then you'll be like, hey,
I can't have this, can't afford that, can't afford that.
And the only to find that you can actually afford it when you inquire with the service providers. Because that's what happened with us.
So and it also helps you, man, to sort of see the things that you don't really need, because there are certain things. I mean, in our other video we did mention that the things that they really meant a lot to us, and then in that whole process we've had to remove as in,
like the red carpet, we had to remove it,
and then Sifage, and you say, okay,
that
red carpet
that
deco,
they put there with your name we had to remove it as well.
Yeah, those kind of things. So you see the ones, you say, okay, this one costs 2 grand, and then the one that I want actually costs 5 grand. Therefore, if you can look for another one that's gonna make up the 5 grand, you end up having something that's really gonna make you happy.
Yeah.
So things that are unnecessary, take them out. But before you do that, dream about your wedding.
Dream about your
See
wedding,
it,
yeah. See
and
the
then
kind of hairstyle you want and everything.
Talk to God. God will come through you for you as well.
Yeah,
God
true.
is a provider. So do not overlook. It's like, Nina. And another thing is also check, man. Check seasons, check the day, check. So basically, check these venues have packages, and these packages, there's factors that actually affect the amount that they will charge you.
Yeah.
For instance, a wedding that's during the week will not cost the same as the wedding that's on a Saturday, for instance, you know. And a wedding that's in winter will not cost the same as a wedding that's in summer. Yeah. And all those kind of things. So just check out the packages and try and work around that, you know, because it normally works out cheaper. Because some venues sometimes, especially let's say it's winter or it's during the week, they don't even charge you the venue hire. They only charge you for food. Yeah. So do check that out, and it might actually just help you, and you find yourself having a dream wedding.
Yeah, on a Wednesday.
On a Tuesday.
People that really want to come to your wedding will come. Because you tell them in advance. So like we know good people that are working, they have leave days, Mosangan.
Yeah.
So if they really want to, they will.
Obviously you're not testing them.
You're not testing them.
But
you still understand if they are not able to come. Like our pastor, guys, let me tell you, our wedding was on the 29th of August and Comrades Marathon was on the 28th. So our pastor was in Durban on the 28th running the Comrades Marathon. On the 29th, he was at our wedding. So if someone really wants to come, they'll come.
So basically the moral of the story, choose your pastors wisely. Before we talk about we start confronting people. We really do hope that this video helps you as you are.
Tell them what the thanks button. They could start thinking
you are the one that loves money, guys. So my wife is saying that I must tell you that you must click on the thank you button. So next to about subscribe and the other ones, just click there. And it will ask you how much. I think it starts from 35 bucks. There's no minimum amount. Even 5 friends. Yeah. And you might be thinking it's only 5 friends, but if there's 5 other people that are putting in 5 friends, all of a sudden, voila, we have 25 bucks.
And then we can buy mics.
Exactly, we buy mics, and we are here, you know. ElenemFam, thank you so much. We love you and we appreciate you. May your neighbors respect you.
Travels neglect you.
Family embrace you.
And God bless you.
And may your pan be champagne.
Boop, 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 boop.